Good morning, kids, and welcome back to a new video. This is teacher Farah Zurek from Oxford Schools, and I hope you're doing super well. Alright, in this video, we will be talking about the mysterious tadpole, and we will be covering pages 382 and 384. In these pages, we'll be talking about more about the target strategy and skill. Alright, now let's get started. The first thing that we will come across is read and comprehend. In read and comprehend, we will learn about the target skill. What skill we need to acquire during this selection? The first thing that you need to be fully aware of, fully capable of recognizing story structure. What does that mean? The story structure has main parts: characters, setting, and plot. Who are the characters? The characters are the people or animals of the story that have actions. The setting is when and where did the story happen. The plot is the problem that faces the characters. Once they can conquer the plot, the problem, they will find a solution. Every story is divided into beginning, middle, and end. In the beginning, you'll find the introduction. They will introduce to you the characters and the setting, when and where. In the middle, they will tell you more about the problem that faced the characters. In the end, they will show you how the characters were able to solve the problem and get to the solution. Remember, the story structure parts are characters, setting, and plot. The plot is the problem that the characters faced, and then in the end, they will give you the solution for the problem. So, story structure. Stories have characters, a setting, and a plot. Characters are people or animals in a story. The setting is where and when the story takes place. The plot is what happens in the story. A plot often has a problem that is solved at the end of the story. Look for text evidence that tells you about the characters, the setting, and the plot. You can use a story map like this one to show the main parts of a story. So in our story, The Mysterious Tadpole, I need you to find where are the characters, where did the story happen and when, and if we have a problem, I need you to point out the plot of the story. And at the end, I need you to start guessing what will be the solution before the story suggests it. Alright, now let's move on. The target strategy. Another thing we need to learn. To be able to infer and predict, you'll be able to use clues, text evidence to figure out more about the story parts. So let me tell you something. Not all writers will give you every detail in the story. Sometimes they leave some details hidden because they want to leave the reader, just like yourself, to figure out more about the story. Using what? Some clues that they give you in the text, and some text evidence, words, and some clues in the pictures and illustrations, because they will leave your imagination to figure out more about the story and about what will happen next. Okay, preview the topic. Our topic is going to be about life cycles. We all know about the life cycle. Every living creature has a life cycle, whether it was a human being, animal, or even plants. We all have a life cycle. All living things change as they grow. For example, this frog was born and laid at the beginning as eggs. Then it grew and became a tadpole, and then it became a very small frog. Then it got a little bigger and became a full grown frog at the end. Not just frogs, even human beings. When we are born, we are infants, babies, then a toddler, then a child, then a teenager, then a full woman. And even in the adult years, we also change until we become senile, very, very old. This is the life cycle, as in keep on the change as long as we are growing and getting older. We keep changing. This is called growing. So, they are different when they are born and grown. Think about how people change. A baby looks and acts differently than a child. A child looks and acts differently than an adult. The changes that happen as a living thing grows is called its life cycle. So growing from being an infant until becoming a senile, this is called the life cycle. Alright, so you will read about how Lewis's pet grows in the Mysterious Tadpole. And I need you to point out to the life cycle in the Mysterious Tadpole. Alright, the genre of this story, as in the style of literature, the style of writing, is fantasy. It is a story that could not happen in real life. So, fantasy is a story that could not happen in real life. How to know if this story belongs to the genre of fantasy? You'll be able to see that the events that could never really happen. Also, characters that are not found in real life. So, this story could never happen in real life. This story was written by Stephen Kellogg. More than 25 years ago, Stephen Kellogg first wrote and illustrated The Mysterious Tadpole. Then, for the book's big anniversary, he published a new version with different illustrations and words. The new version is the one you are about to read. So this is the writer, author, and illustrator of The Mysterious Tadpole. Alright, this is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it and learned something new. See you later, kids!